I'm gonna get you. Y'all know the DNA came back.
Blueface walked out of prison expecting a fresh start, and what he got instead was absolute mayhem. 72 hours after his release, 3 women were at each other's throats. His own mother went live to blast everyone involved, and a DNA test controversy that everyone assumed was settled came roaring back from the grave. When Blueface got released in early November after serving 21 months for a probation violation, fans assumed he'd lay low for a minute, maybe spend some quiet time with his kids and reconnect with family. Quiet isn't really his thing though. That first family outing to an arcade with his children turned into a full-blown social media warzone the moment Chrisean Rock showed up with their son, Chrisean Jesus Jr., and started live streaming everything. Jaidyn Alexis, the mother of Blueface's 2 older kids, hopped online calling Chrisean out and making it crystal clear she never approved of her children being around someone she considered unfit. Blueface's mother Karlissa lit up Instagram Live at the same time, claiming Chrisean had stalked them to the arcade and showed up uninvited just to cause problems. Nobody asked Chrisean to be there, according to Karlissa, who accused her of playing internet games and using the kids to provoke Jaidyn into showing up and ruining the whole moment. Chrisean went live with her own side of the story, saying she wasn't there for drama and just wanted her son to spend time with his father after 2 years apart. Certain people were pretending to want peace while stirring the pot behind the scenes, according to her. Watching all of this unfold in real time made it hard to tell who was actually telling the truth, and what became clear is that Blueface found himself right back in the middle of chaos before he could even settle into being a free man. The arcade incident turned out to be just the appetizer, and what came next brought back a controversy that had been simmering for years. Who fathered Chrisean Jesus Jr. is a question that has haunted this entire situation since before the baby was even born. Back in 2023, a DNA test on the reality show seemed to confirm Blueface as the father, but he never fully accepted it and claimed he secretly swabbed the baby himself, with results showing he wasn't the dad.
Father of Chrisean Jr. We keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So we keep it 100. What do you think?
I think it's her ex, honestly. They've been known to deal.
You don't think the baby looks nothing like you at all?
What you think?
Man, hey, man, I ain't really looked at the baby like that, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take your word.
I got kids already, so it's like, you know, I'm expecting something. But it's scientifically proven. It's not my child.
Okay.
Swabbed them.
Fans were divided on whether to believe him or assume he was in denial, and that's when another name entered the conversation. Ronny Doe, a man from Chrisean's past in Baltimore, started speaking up in October 2024 by going on Instagram and demanding a paternity test. According to him, he and Chrisean had history that went back further than her relationship with Blueface, and he even claimed he was present when the baby was born and saw the child right after delivery. His exact words were that he wanted the chance to step up and be a stand-up man if the child turned out to be his. Reports surfaced of a confrontation between Ronny and Chrisean at a mall where he allegedly demanded to see the baby, and she reportedly called the police while he accused her of dodging legal paperwork for a paternity test. The whole thing was messy and very public. Tragedy struck in early February 2025 when Ronny Doe passed away outside a home in Maryland after what authorities confirmed was a targeted incident. Shockwaves went through social media following the news, and within days, Chrisean made a move that stunned everyone by posting DNA results dated from 2023 showing Blueface as 99.9%, the biological father of Chrisean Jesus. She shared them through her son's Instagram account in what seemed like an attempt to put the paternity debate to rest once and for all, but instead of settling things, it sparked even more questions. Critics immediately pointed out the timing of posting this right after Ronny's passing, with some accusing her of being insensitive and others questioning whether the results were even real. One person online claimed the website listed on the documents indicated the test was still in progress, which didn't add up at all. Blueface himself, along with Whack 100, suggested the paperwork might have been related to a name change rather than an actual paternity confirmation, and the authenticity remains disputed to this day. With Ronny gone, a definitive answer may never come. Nobody expected this old wound to reopen right as Blueface was trying to move forward with his life, and speaking of moving forward, his love life after prison turned into something else entirely. Fresh out of prison, Blueface wasted no time getting back into the dating scene with a choice that surprised everyone. Hazel E., the 45-year-old love and hip-hop Hollywood star, became his new girlfriend, and the 17-year age gap had people talking immediately. His own mother called it sugar mama vibes in an interview. though she softened her stance later when cameras were rolling with both of them present. Blueface seemed unbothered by the criticism and told reporters he saw it as an experiment, calling Hazel his first cougar and saying he might learn something from her. 20 days they were the talk of the internet, spotted kissing at restaurants, showing up to events together, with Hazel even appearing in his music video for his new single. Just as quickly as it started though, the whole thing imploded. Right around Thanksgiving, Blueface showed up at his King of Crabs restaurant with a new woman named Akira Williams, and they were kissing and cuddled up while Hazel was nowhere in sight. Blueface went online and made his announcement with zero subtlety by declaring he was officially dropping Hazel from what he called his roster. His reasoning was brutal, saying she was too old to be acting so young, and that he'd rather be with a younger woman. Complaints about her caring too much about what fans thought came next, along with him pointing out that after knowing her for only 20 days, she hadn't earned any real position in his life. Hazel fired back immediately by calling his new girl beneath her and bringing up Blueface's legal past. Receipts allegedly showed he'd bought her flights and sent her money, including $5,000 just days before their split. A bombshell followed when she claimed she helped him avoid going back to jail over a potential probation violation, saying he owed her more than he was letting on. The back and forth turned vicious when Akira jumped in to mock Hazel's appearance and accuse her of being jealous. Hazel clapped back, saying she went below her level to even entertain Blueface in the first place, and within a week she was already spotted with a new 25-year-old man, while announcing she only dates men under 25 from now on. The whole situation played out entirely online for everyone to watch. While Blueface juggled his dating drama, another storm was brewing with someone much closer to home. Karlissa Saffold has been a constant presence in Blueface's public drama, and her relationship with Chrisean Rock has been rocky from day one, with things escalating to a new level after the prison release. The tension between them goes beyond typical baby mama versus grandmother conflict. Karlissa made multiple public statements about Chrisean Jesus Jr. that crossed lines for many viewers, including one livestream where she described meeting the baby at Blueface's restaurant and said the experience crushed her. Comments about his development and abilities sparked immediate backlash, with some feeling she was being cruel, while others thought she was expressing genuine concern. Chrisean responded with a warning, telling Karlissa directly to stop speaking publicly about her son's health in a message that was stern and left no room for interpretation. Karlissa's response was to threaten a restraining order and accuse Chrisean of harboring guilt, insisting she wasn't clowning her grandchild, but simply speaking on what she observed. Accusations got darker from there when Karlissa claimed Chrisean engaged in harmful behavior during her pregnancy that affected the baby, and she repeated these claims multiple times, including as recently as November, which caused yet another wave of online debate. Chrisean denied everything and accused Karlissa of clout chasing using her own grandson. What makes this dynamic so complicated is that Karlissa isn't just fighting with Chrisean. Clashes with Jaidyn happened too, along with going after Angela, who reportedly held Blueface down while he was locked up. Brief peace with Hazel ended when that relationship crashed, and most recently Karlissa was reportedly involved in an altercation with Akira at one of Blueface's events. Fans have started suggesting Karlissa has an unhealthy attachment to her son's romantic life in ways that feel inappropriate, and whether that label is fair or not, the pattern is undeniable. Every woman who gets close to Blueface seems to end up on Karlissa's bad side eventually. Chrisean hasn't exactly been keeping the peace on her end either. Before Blueface even got out of prison, Chrisean had moved on by briefly dating a rapper named Hood Trophy Bano, though that ended messily after they reportedly trashed a hotel room together. A 20-year-old rapper who goes by Topat33K came next. Headlines followed because of the age gap, though Chrisean defended herself by pointing out she was the same age when she started dating Blueface. For a moment it seemed like maybe this new guy would be different, since he kept a lower profile and didn't seem interested in chasing clout off her name. Reports suggest things went south fast though. According to sources, Chrisean ended the relationship, and what followed was ugly, with text messages allegedly surfacing that showed threats being exchanged.
This is gonna say something. I don't know who the she think I am. On jungle, she be on some golly. Then the next minute she on some, oh my baby daddy on BPS, yeah. Call your baby daddy on Blackstone.
The situation reportedly got so heated that concerns arose about potential retaliation involving people from both of their circles. Around the same time, Chrisean was allegedly turned away from a Zeus Network event, according to WAC 100, who said she showed up with a group of associates and wasn't on the guest list. Claims that she was there to start trouble led to security keeping her outside, and the decision reportedly came directly from Blueface himself, who told them to leave her in the rain.
12:15, the security tells us Chrisean tried to get in. She in the front with 20 dudes, right? Text circulates to me and Blue, and Blue say, what you think? I said, call your shot. Blue said, leave them outside in the rain. Yo got dressed, rallied up the troops to come up there on some bull.
She could have got in on her own.
No.
The picture being painted is of someone who can't seem to stay out of conflict no matter where she goes, and whether she's the instigator or the victim depends entirely on who's telling the story. Constant drama has followed her relentlessly. Where does all of this leave everyone now is the question worth asking. Blueface is currently with Akira Williams, though given his track record, how long that lasts is anyone's guess. Chrisean has publicly stated she wants to reconcile with him and focus on co-parenting their son after recently starting to follow him on social media again and posting about wanting to work things out with her family. Karlissa isn't buying it, and went live questioning Chrisean's motives while suggesting the sudden change of heart might have more to do with her living situation than genuine desire to make peace. Jaidyn Alexis has made it clear she's keeping her distance and won't tolerate anyone disrespecting her children. Legal drama surrounding Chrisean's probation was recently resolved, which gives her more freedom to focus on her next moves, though whether that means peace or more chaos remains to be seen. What's wild about this entire situation is how many lives are tangled up in it. A child sits at the center of all this conflict, whose paternity has been questioned, whose health has been publicly discussed, and whose parents can't seem to go a week without some new explosion. Multiple women are fighting for position in Blueface's life, while he rotates through them like roster spots on a team, and there's a grandmother who seems incapable of staying in her lane. Ronny Doe's passing adds a dark undertone to everything. This saga started as reality TV entertainment but has turned into something much messier with real allegations, real grief, and real consequences. Whether anyone involved is capable of breaking the cycle is the question now, because if history is any indication, the next chapter of this story is already being written. Knowing this group, it won't be quiet. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss any of the celebrity gossip. Thanks for watching.